Hello, Year 2. Welcome to your new week of literacy. Um, First of all, what I would like to say is Mr. Peddle and I enjoyed so much all your work on moth. And I know that wasn't last week, it was the week before, but we were talking this week and we just had such amazing work sent by you all. So I just had amazing camouflaged moths with all kinds of different ideas. Some people splattered ink on their moths to make them camouflaged. Some people baked moth-shaped biscuits and made them camouflaged. Some people just used lots of different paint effects and drawing effects, and there was a great collage one. And it sounds like everyone really enjoyed doing the moth camouflaging games. I think lots of parents enjoyed it too. So I hope this week you'll enjoy this one just as much. The book we're going to look at is called The Robot and the Bluebird. Here's a picture of the front cover. This is one of my favourite ever picture books. And you can see the robot here. Oops. And there's the bluebird in his hand. And it's by an author called David Lucas. And one of the reasons I really like this book, well, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I like that it's about a robot and a bluebird who are both very different things from each other, very different beings. And I thought it would be a nice idea to think about all the ways in which they're different from each other. So you could write that down, or you could just draw a picture and maybe label the different parts and talk about how they're so different. And I like robots and I like bluebirds, but yes, they're very different creatures or things from each other. Now I'm going to show you a page from the book like we do every week, and I'll read you what it says. So this is the picture from the book. It's the first page of the book, and it says, "There was once a robot with a broken heart." So if you have a bit of a closer look at the picture online, if you get it from Purple Mash or the Linterst Year 2 page, you can have a little bit of a closer look at the picture. And the first day's activities is all about this picture and the robot and where he is. So I want you to have a little think about that. Day 2 is illustrating a robot. But if you'd like to draw any robot, you could create your own robot, which I think is maybe a bit about day 5. But I would love to see some interesting inventions for different robots. What would you design a robot to do? Would it just be a friend and maybe help you around the house? I have actually had some children send me pictures of robots they've designed even before we had this book as our literacy focus. So I think this is going to be a good one where we're going to get some new inventions. I was telling someone the other day that I would like an invention for a dinner designer robot or machine, because I have run out of ideas for things to cook for dinner. So if you feel like inventing me a dinner designer machine, I would be very grateful. You could just send me the picture and maybe I'll build it in my spare time or something. So Yara and Yangtze, get creating, and Mr. Pell and I are very much looking forward to what kinds of things you come up with. The extra thing I thought would be quite nice is before you read this book or watch it online, you could write your own story called The Robot and the Bluebird, and see if you can just write your own story about them. You don't have to predict what happens in this one. Just write your own story. See what happens in your version of The Robot and the Bluebird. And this book reminded me a little bit of The Bear and the Piano, because a bear and a piano are very different things, and you don't normally find a piano with a bear in the woods. So you could write your own story called The Robot and the Bluebird, and anything could happen that you liked. You could make it up. I'd like to read some of those. After that, or if you don't do that story, you could still do this. On this piece of paper online that you can find on Purple Mash in the Home Learning folder for Year 2 classes, you can actually click a link and you can watch David Lucas retelling this story online. So you probably don't have this book at home, but you can watch it being told by the author on the internet. So if you download this piece of paper from your Purple Mash, you can watch the story being told, find out what really happens. So I look forward to seeing what you create this week. Please email us if you have any questions or if you need anything, but otherwise we look forward to seeing what you come up with. Okay, enjoy it. See you soon. Bye bye.